Hello, dear friends. Today, our regular section Best Knockouts will once again delight fans of bright, spectacular boxing. On April 2nd, 2011, the promising Robert Helenius faced Samuel Peter. The fight didn't set a standard for excitement. It proceeded at a slow pace, and neither boxer had a noticeable advantage. However, as the rounds went on, the Nigerian's endurance began to wane, and the Nordic Nightmare capitalized on it. In the 9th round, Robert knocked Peter down heavily, and after the fight resumed, he finished him off with a perfect 1-2.
Vorteil sein müsste hier in diesem Kampf. Aber wenn er die Lockerheit nicht findet, dann muss er halt kämpfen. Dann muss er kämpfen und wie er kämpft. Aus dem Nichts, rechts, links, mit den Kopfhaken, mit der linken abgeschlossen. Was für eine Aktion. Und ich hab's gerade gesagt, die Schnelligkeit, die Explosivität, das ist eigentlich sein großer Vorteil. Kann er jetzt nachsetzen? Nochmal die schwere Linke, das war's. Aus und vorbei. Aus und vorbei. Und wie er sich freut. Was für ein Knockout. Die Betreuer sind bei Samuel Peter. Und was für eine Erlösung, für eine Erleichterung. Fast wie eine Art Selbstbefreiung.
On June 25th, 1948, the rematch between the great Joe Louis and Jersey Joe Walcott took place. The challenger knocked Louis down in the 3rd round and seemed poised for victory. However, in the 11th round, a powerful series of punches from the Brown Bomber sent the overconfident Walcott to the canvas. On January 24th, 1976, in a real boxing thriller, George Foreman scored a spectacular victory over the dangerous Ron Lyle. Despite surviving 2 heavy knockdowns, Big George knocked his opponent down twice, concluding the fight with a beautiful knockout in the 5th round.
Lyle has Foreman in trouble. Foreman is down. It started with a right, then a left. Charade in Toronto against the frightful Todd. Now Foreman fighting back. Oh, Foreman is in trouble. Lyle caught him with a good left. Now George, now George struck back. His handler screaming to Foreman, hit him in the body. George at the head. Lyle is now wide open. He is... Lyle trying to skid by a Lyle left. Foreman goes down. Foreman goes. Now it's Lyle. Now
Foreman's using fire and Lyle's waiting just a little too long. They're both fighting. Foreman. Lyle's got it. The canvas. Lyle's not going to make it, Howard. He's not going to make it.
A knockout in the 5th round by George Foreman when it seemed Lyle had command of this ever-changing bout. The ebb and flow of the action.
Legends circulate about the power of David Tua's left hook. It was this punch that crowned the fearsome Samoan. On November 30th, 2002, the stout Islander demonstrated that his right punch was also a dangerous boxing weapon. Journeyman Russell Chastain was knocked out in the 2nd round, succumbing to a perfect blow to the head from the furious Tuaman.
Big right-left combination by David Tua, and down goes Chastain in a heap, and this fight is over. Midway through round 2, David Tua dispatches Russell Chastain. Lightning strikes in round 2, and Tua improves his record to 42-3. That is his 30.
On September 20th, 1966, the great Floyd Patterson returned to the ring after a devastating loss to Muhammad Ali. His opponent was the strong British puncher Henry Cooper, who had impressed against Ali despite an early defeat, managing to send the greatest into a heavy knockdown. Incredibly aggressive Floyd ended the match in the 4th round, knocking Cooper down twice on the canvas. Henry's final fall after a lightning series of blows ended with a left-hand strike, transformed into a knockout. On October 7, 2000, undefeated Canadian Kirk Johnson impressively knocked out Russia's Oleg Maskaev. A series of powerful punches led to Maskaev falling outside the ropes. An impressive ending to the fight.
Came after the right hand, and no one was expecting a left hook. But this, once again, is going to be interesting to see if he can survive.
Maskaev goes through the ropes. Same place where he put Hasim Rahman last year in Atlantic City. And the referee stops the fight. And Kirk Johnson, who told us that he didn't think he could knock out
On July 26, 1986, rising star of world boxing Mike Tyson impressively destroyed the promising Marvis Frazier. Just 30 seconds into the match, Tyson knocked out his opponent.
Frazier is down. Joe Cortez moves in to have a look, and he's going to stop the fight. It did not last 20 seconds. Tyson goes over to take a look at Marvis Frazier, obviously quite concerned. A terrific uppercut. The same punch with which Tyson knocked out Jesse Ferguson the first time you saw him here on ABC Sports.
Watch the uppercut, the right uppercut.
We're going to show it to you in just a moment. Right now, there is Jim Jacobs, yes.
Manager Mike Tyson talking to him. 30-second knockout sensation. Watch the right hand of Mike Tyson. Marvis in the corner and trapped. There it was. Just clipped him right on the chin. The left was unnecessary. Marvis is...
On June 17, 1995, Big Daddy Riddick Bowe vividly defended his WBO title, avenging his defeat in the amateurs to the Cuban Jorge Luis Gonzalez. The American dominated throughout the match, and in the 6th round, a logical conclusion was reached. Bowe's powerful right blow sent the Cuban boxer into a heavy knockout. It is worth noting that this was Gonzalez's first defeat in professional boxing.
There it goes. That should do it. That should do it. That's the first time Gonzalez has been down as a pro. And if he gets up from this, he fools me. Now, Mills Lane doesn't bother to complete the count. Another terrific right hand shot for Riddick Bowe, and I got to tell you, Larry, I wasn't sure we'd ever see him look this good again. He needed the challenge.
On July 12, 1951, the great Rocky Marciano made a serious statement, confidently overcoming the barrier in the form of the rugged Rex Lane, who was considered the favorite before the fight. The monstrous right-hand blow from the Brockton blockbuster in the 6th round almost knocked the spirit out of Lane. The referee's count was unnecessary.
He'll fire a long-range right that stuns Rex Lane, and then he crumples forward to the canvas. Referee Mark Kahn picks up the count. It's 10 and out for Rex Lane, who hasn't moved a muscle.
The attempt by the 7-foot 1-inch giant Julius Long to seek revenge against prospect Ahio, who defeated him on points in March 2019, ended unsuccessfully. The rematch took place on February 27, 2021. In the fourth round, Long almost avenged himself, sending Ahio to the canvas.
It was more of a push down than a shot.
However, he failed to finish off his opponent, and soon he regretted the lack of predator instinct. Hemi's powerful left hook in the 7th round almost knocked the spirit out of the giant. On February 25, 2006, the promising heavyweight Calvin Brock faced the experienced journeyman Zuri Lawrence. The fight wasn't the most thrilling, proceeding at a slow pace. However, the fight's conclusion was truly spectacular. Brock's powerful left hook in the 6th round sent Lawrence into a deep knockout.
To the body in the way that the opponent blocks it, pushes the hand down. Beautiful. Oh, there is the knockout shot there by Calvin Brock.
And immediately, referee Jay Nady calls in the medical people. He saw that the eyes in Lawrence's head rolled back with one explosive left hook. Let's hope Lawrence is okay.
On July 15, 1989, the superb Evander Holyfield once again delighted his fans with a bright performance. Strong Brazilian Edilson Rodriguez, who had a victory over former title contender James Tillis, entered the ring ready for a real fight, not just to go through the motions. But the price for his desperate resistance was very harsh. Holyfield's powerful right punch sent Rodriguez into a deep knockout already in the 2nd round.
He's not getting up. He hit his head on the canvas, and he's not getting up. It's all over. Here in the 2nd round, Evander Holyfield has KO'd Edilson Rodriguez. A perfect shot, but the way he went back, he hit that canvas with his head, and it truly knocked him out. He's still starched there. People are trying to gather around him, and I think...
On December 4th, 1961, the legendary Sonny Liston, in anticipation of a title fight, warmed up against Albert Westphal, who was no star. Clearly fearing his formidable opponent, Westphal tried to keep his distance from the grim knockout artist. But as Joe Louis said, you can run, but you can't hide. Liston's powerful right-hand blow knocked the opponent into a heavy knockout in the 1st round.
Till now, that's the first time Westphal's ever been on the floor. Count is 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The fight is over in the 1st round.
Number 2. On March 20th, 2010, the legendary Vladimir Klitschko defended his IBF and WBO titles against American challenger Eddie Chambers. The fight was somewhat dull, and Klitschko had a noticeable advantage, but he couldn't land a strong enough punch. When it seemed that Chambers' plan to make it to the final bell would succeed, a dramatic and impressive ending occurred. Vladimir's powerful left hook at the end of the 12th round chopped down the challenger as if he were a tree. There was no point in starting the count.
Хоча його треба пробувати, просто вирубив Володимир бідолашного Еді Чемберса. Дострибався американець, дуже, до речі, важкий нокаут, вимкнув світло наглухо. По-іншому не скажеш, що Еді Чемберс просто без тями зараз лежить на канвасі, і зараз тут потрібна допомога лікарів. Важкий нокаут.
On June 18, 1973, former heavyweight world champion Jimmy Ellis entered the ring against the dangerous puncher Ernie Shavers. Shavers' punching reputation was confirmed in the very first round when a deadly right uppercut felled Ellis like a tree. On June 22, 1955, the legendary Archie Moore defended his light heavyweight championship title in a fight against Bowe. In the third round, Moore's signature left hook sealed the fate of this match.
Olsen against the ropes, and Archie's quick hand score with a short left. Another left, and Olsen is down. Bowe valiantly struggles to clear the cobweb as he vainly attempts to get to his feet. Archie Moore, who holds the all-time knockout record.
On November 4, 2015, former interim champion Ola Afolabi disappointed Russian fans by stopping local favorite Rakhim Shakhov. In his characteristic style, the Russian started to fight aggressively, relentlessly attacking the Nigerian from both sides. The experienced Afolabi withstood the initial onslaught and triumphantly ended the match in his favor in the fifth round. On September 26, 2020, young Filip Hrgovic easily overcame, let's say directly, not the most difficult obstacle in the form of Georgian boxer Alexander Kortozia. A powerful right-hand blow from the Croatian sent his opponent into a knockout already in the second round.
Ostao presječen Grk ovdje I osjetio je što znači razorni udarac Filipa Hrgovića. Priči je kraj u Danskoj I Hrgović je završio ovo.
Number 7. On December 22, 2018, the rematch between Derek Chisora and Dillian Whyte took place. Their first fight ended in a controversial split decision victory for Whyte, and Chisora was eager for revenge. The competitive battle was slightly in Chisora's favor. But in the 11th round, Whyte once again proved that a puncher always has a chance. Despite trailing on points, Whyte landed a powerful left hook that knocked Chisora to the canvas. And the referee didn't bother to start the count.
A couple of points deducted will give you that massive confidence, so that'll give him a bit of energy.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's good. Knocks Derek Chisora out after a toe.
It was emphatic. Chisora threw one, and then boom, the left hook. And you know about Dillian Whyte's.
He knows what he's doing, and as I wondered early on in the first round, and it finally paid off. There it is.
Well, they both landed simultaneously. Have come in,
okay.
And at the time, 95-94,
wow.
95-90.
It's a testament of their conditioning.
On April 15th, 1959, the fearsome Sonny Liston confidently passed the test against Cleveland Williams. In the third round, Liston twice sent his opponent into heavy knockdowns, forcing the referee to stop the one-sided battle.
And a left hook catches Cleveland.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Williams groggy yet. Liston moving in now, hunting for the one that can end it. Cleveland Williams battling to stay on his feet. Bang to the canvas again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.